Mm. Now, we were doing we did guidelines to develop healthy relationships and what things to avoid, right?
Yep.
Hope my audio is audible to
A
you.
little bit low.
Little bit low.
It's actually quite low.
1 second.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're doing this topic, taking care of family members. We did care during pregnancy, right?
Um.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Hmm.
We want to start with the husband and the family.
Start with the what, Megan?
The husband and the other family members.
Yeah, yes, Megan. That was what I was thinking too. The husband and other family members can show their concern and sensitivity towards the woman by taking on as many responsibilities as possible so that she can spend more time with the baby. They can also relieve her of some responsibilities as a baby so that she can rest or spend time to look after some household chores. Can you suggest some things that a husband can do to help? Yes, he can take care of the family laundry, dishes, dusting, and he can make sure that things are kept in place after use. And he can also bring groceries on his way back from work. Husband can also prepare the meals, change nappies, babysit, or prepare a feed when the wife is too tired. Can you give some more suggestions to the husband so that he can be helpful to his wife? Mostly everything is covered here, okay? That because wife is tired for the few months after the delivery, she is gaining her strength and energy back, so the husband can support her in the household works like laundry, cooking food, taking care of the baby, grocery shopping, all of it. The wife must also understand that while she has to cope with an infant, the change is no less for the husband. Okay? The change is for the wife also, for the husband also. The change is there. Okay? She needs to give him time and space to get used to the new pattern of life and support him in every possible manner. Like, wife also should support the husband, and husband also should support the wife. Both should support each other. Yeah. Care during infancy. The human baby is totally dependent upon parents for its care and protection. The essential tasks for caring caring for the baby include feeding, loving, clothing, and bathing the baby. All babies need to be exclusively breastfed by the mother because it is a right of a child. Now, the essential tasks are taking care of the baby, feeding it, cleaning it, giving it a bath, okay, changing the nappies and all. These are all the important things that comes under caring for the baby. Okay. Then we studied how breast milk is the healthiest food because it fulfills all nutritional requirements of a child. Feeding should be done exclusively till a baby is 6 months old. Okay. We did it in Life Begins chapter. Okay. 6 months old until baby is that age, it should be fed. The child also needs to be immunized against certain life-threatening diseases. The immunization schedule has also been explained in Lesson 7 Health. If husband and wife both are working, they require a support system to take care of the baby when they are not at home. They get distressed if the baby is not in good care. What are the options? in such a case. Sometimes what happens is that mom is also going to work, going for work, mom is also having a job, and dad is also having a job. So that time when they have a baby, so what to do? 1 to 3 months, mother will get leaves, but after that, what to do? How will they manage? There are some options here that we will see. Apart from availing maternity and paternity leave from work, the couple can consider the following alternatives. Grandparents or relatives and friends take care of the baby. You must have seen that when mom and dad go to work, the grandparents, grandfather, grandmother, okay, or uncle, aunt, or relatives, or your close friends will take care of the baby. Sometimes neighbors and friends manage each other's children. Okay, neighbors also take care sometimes. Then some parents put the child in a daycare center, a creche. Okay, daycare center. This is like when the baby is 1 month old or something. Sorry, not 1 month, 1 year old or something. They are put in a daycare center where they feed the baby, they take care of the baby's meals, they take care of the baby's play, babies all do the activity, my children do the activity. Some daycares, they like 2 year children, 3 year children, they teach them ABC, 1, 2, 3 also. Okay. Those are daycare centers. Morning, the parents drop the children there, and afternoon or evening, they pick them up. So that is daycare. Then employ someone to stay at home and look after the baby, like a nanny, like a babysitter. Okay, they take care of the baby while staying at home with them. Okay, so these are some options that the parents can adopt for taking care of the baby if both are working. But remember, if the option is a creche or a daycare center, it should be near the house or workplace of either parent. It shouldn't be very far. Like your daycare is here and then 1 hour distance and distance 1 hour the workplace is. What if there is some emergency, okay, with the baby? You cannot come quickly to the baby, okay? You cannot come quickly if it is very far. So it should be close. It should be nearby only. It should be located in a clean, open, and well ventilated place run by qualified and capable people. Okay, like a clean place also and run by qualified, capable people. In case somebody is to be employed to provide care at home, the background of the person must be verified. Background check is very important. Okay, why? Because you don't know what if the person has a history of smoking, drinking, drugs, or alcohol. Okay, you employed somebody to take care of the baby. What if that person is an alcoholic? That person will drink and sleep while at your home caring for the baby, right? If the person might be on drugs also, so background check, having a background check is very important before you employ a person to take care of your baby. Then it should also be ensured that the person maintains good personal hygiene, because somebody who does not maintain proper personal hygiene, then the baby will catch infection from the person, right? So maintaining personal hygiene is methodical and capable of handling a baby. Methodical means people who actually know what techniques, tricks uh, can be used to handle a baby. Usually, grandparents know very well how to handle a baby. They will tell you every trick. The baby is crying, do this, okay? Because all of the experience, years and years of experience, they'll tell you, baby is crying, do this, baby is not eating, do that, okay? Very experienced. So, methodical, capable of handling the baby, has a caring and loving nature. Okay, this is for the babysitters that you would hire. Now, activity 19.3. Visit a daycare center and observe the child care services that it provides. The indicators to assess the quality of that daycare center are listed below. Check whether the following facilities are provided or not. Okay. What are the facilities that a good daycare center provides? There should be a trained staff, there should be proper hygienic food, there should be friendly toilets. It should provide toys and games which are age appropriate for the children. Age appropriate means that if you are taking care of a very small child, you do not give it small toys. Okay, what it will do, the child will eat it, might swallow. Okay, we'll give it big toys or something that he cannot eat, big things, right? You will not give it things that he'll eat, okay, small things. So that is age appropriate toys. Then it should be fenced. Okay, fenced means having a boundary around it. Then away from the road. Number of staff, what's the number of staff? What is the teacher-child ratio? Suppose 150 children are there and or 100 children are there and only one or two teachers are there. How will they manage? Okay. So teacher-children ratio is very important. Like one teacher to manage 10 children, okay, or 5 to 10 children, one teacher. So teacher-child ratio. Then having a clean kitchen is important. Filtered water is important. Okay, proper lighting, ventilation, on-call doctor should be there, flexible timing should be there, and playground should be available. Okay, these are the things that a proper good daycare center should have. Now, care of young children. There are several factors that influence the growth of young children. Okay, factors that influence the growth of young children. Let's take a look at these factors. We often hear phrases like father, like son. Growth and development of a child is influenced by two factors. One is heredity and one is environment. We've already talked so much about how environment influences children. Upon telling y'all that what you do, what parents do at home, the children learn from that. The children see that, okay, they are influenced by that. Okay, so environment is important. Other factor, one more factor which influences their growth and development is heredity. Heredity or genetic factors are provided to the child by birth and cannot be changed. Okay, cannot be changed means that some things that are there in the genes of the father and mother. Okay, we know that chromosomes that come together are made up of genes. Okay, are made up of biological genes of father and mother. So there are some things that are in the genes of the mom and dad which the children inherit. Okay, so that comes to the children because the children are made up by the father and mother's combined chromosomes. Right. So that those things may come or comes in the children. That thing is known as heredity or genetic factor. That is what we call heredity or genetic factors. One of such things, if I say to you about is diabetes. Okay, diabetes is something that is genetic. Okay, some mostly genetic. Sometimes may not, but most of the times, if the parents have diabetes, there are high chances that the children will also inherit diabetes. Okay, so but there are many other things also. Some are related to like some qualities, characteristic traits. Some diseases can also be there that are genetic, can be passed from the parents to children. However, the environment in which a child grows up is totally managed by the parents and other caregivers. Now, the environment on the other hand depends on how you make it, how the parents make it, how the older people of the home make it. Okay. Totally depends on them. If they want, they can make it a positive environment or they make a negative environment. Okay. Make sure that the environment provided to the children is ideal as far as possible. Okay. Ideal as far as possible. The environment consists of the following factors: early stimulation. Providing stimulation in early years of life is one way to achieve this. A child starts talking early and has a better vocabulary if the mother talks often to the infant. Similarly, the cognitive development is faster if the child is taken for outings to a park and allowed to play and interact with other children. Okay, means that uh okay, I'll explain these two things to you. First comes the word stimulation. What is the meaning of stimulation? Stimulation comes from the word stimulus. Okay? Stimulus. Stimulus means that you invoke you evoke a specific reaction from a child or from a person, okay, that is caused by another activity. That is caused by another activity. Okay, means your the way the child acts, you influence it externally. You can influence it externally. See how the example is this. Okay, the example is this, that if like babies, you know that right after they are born, they just make sounds. They don't actually talk. Okay, but when the parents talk to them often, then the children learn to speak words slowly, slowly. This we know, right? This is known as stimulation. Okay, we stimulate the child's speaking by speaking to it. Okay, by speaking to it. Okay, then he'll try to speak, and then one day he'll say, "Mama, Dada." Okay, because you are telling it again and again. Okay, Mama, Mama. He'll say, Mama. Okay, that is known as stimulation. Okay, what is cognition or what is cognitive development? Cognitive development refers to development of the mental abilities. Development of the mental abilities. Okay. So a child's mental abilities develop faster if he's taken for outings to a park, allowed to play and interact with other children. Okay. His mental development or development of mental abilities takes place faster. Okay, this is about early stimulation and development of mental abilities, known as cognitive development. Whenever the word cognitive comes from the word cognition. Cognition means mental, okay, mental or psychological. So mental ability refers to cognition, okay, related to our brain, that is cognition. Then comes play. Environment also holds facilities for play, and play contributes to all the facets of development. For example, physical, social, emotional, language, and moral. These are the types of developments that takes place. Physical development, growth of the body; social development, learning to talk, behave in the society; emotional development, learning to recognize and manage the emotions; language development, learning to speak, learning to pronounce things, okay, understanding the meaning; moral development, kindness, compassion, okay, good behavior. So these are all the types of developments that takes place in children. Okay, environment is responsible for all of these um, development. Okay, all these areas of development, environment is responsible. The environment is very quite responsible. Infants up to 2 years are actively engaged in solitary gameplays. Okay, Infants up to 2 years, solitary gameplay means they like to play alone. They are playing alone with some things. Okay. They like to play by themselves with some things that we give them. Okay. Then children 3 to 5 years include indulge in make-believe play. Make-believe play means they imitate adult roles or develop their own stories to play. Okay. If you've seen little girls, 3 to 5 years, okay, playing with this is my doll, this her name is Anna. Okay, I'll make tea for Anna. Okay, I'll make dinner for Anna for my doll. Okay, or sometimes they do that. They say I am the teacher, I will teach. Okay, I am the doctor, I will do checkup of dad. I'll do mama's checkup. I'll do dad's checkup. Okay, so this that is make believe play. Okay, that children from between 3 to 5 years do. It is therefore very important that adults around children exhibit behaviors that they desire young children to adopt. Okay. Now, you must have often observed children playing home, copying their parents. Okay. Playing home. Playing home is this thing only. Now I will make chapati. Now I will make sabzi. Okay. Now I will make this. I will make tea. Okay. That is playing home. So they watch their mom and dad do it, mom do it, and they try to exhibit the behavior. Okay. The main sentence here is that we what behavior we show to the children or what behavior we show, that only children will try to adapt. Okay. At this age, from this age, starting from this age, they'll be influenced by it. Then older children gradually start playing board games, computer games, and other outdoor games. These games not only contribute to the physical, emotional, and social well being of a child, but also inculcate in them qualities like competition, cooperation, sharing, taking challenges, team spirit, and leadership. As when they grow older, okay, board games, computer games, outdoor games, and they play. Okay, they play in a team. They learn what is team spirit. Okay, what is leadership, what is sharing, cooperation. All this comes when you are a bit older. Okay, and you start playing with a group, with a team. These things you start to know. Okay, taking challenges, competition, competing. Children's minds are constructively occupied through play. They do not necessarily need expensive toys to play with. Okay, it's not that only expensive toys will buy them that happiness. No, that is untrue. Okay, because toys or like toys craze has like this much crazes now or in the past few years only. Before this, what about your parents' age or our grandparents' age? Did they have expensive toys? No. Okay. Even the trend of toys on all these expensive toys wasn't there. They made toys at home, making things with mud and clay, and that was the things that they used to do. Okay, using various things at home as toys. Okay, and so it is like low cost toys can also be made at home with locally available material and be as effective and interesting. Now, I'm not saying that do not buy toys at all. Okay? No, not at all. That's not what we are saying here. But not overly spent on toys like some people do. Okay? 10,000, 20,000 rupees on expensive cars and things and guns and all very too expensive, and so that should be avoided. Okay, that should be avoided overly on toys and things. Toys for children must be safe, inexpensive, durable, interesting, and attractive. Discipline at home. Yet another component of environment is the discipline at home. As a child grows, it becomes essential to teach the child self-control, which is taught through disciplining the child. Okay, what happens now is suppose there is, when children grow up, they have a lots and lots of wants. I would not say need, okay, because you are the parent, you will fulfill all their needs, okay, but they'll have wants, unlimited wants. Today they like something, tomorrow they will want something else, day after tomorrow they'll want something else. So if you like give every one of that want, okay, every one of that want, whatever the children ask, you give it. What will happen later on? That will spoil the child. Okay? That will spoil the child as it grows up. As it grows up, sometimes their wants are unnecessary. Okay, mostly their wants are unnecessary. Mostly their wants are illogical also. Okay, if your child is 12, say 12 or 10, and ask that daddy buy me a Ferrari or daddy buy me a car, okay, will you? No. Okay, why? Because you're not even in the age to drive a car right now. Okay? Not even the age to drive a car. What for car? Okay? So illogical demand. But when you grow up, okay, and then you ask, maybe dad will buy you a car when you grow up when you're the age. Okay, or maybe when you grow up, you will earn and you can buy a car, your own car. Okay? So that is the things that we do when we grow up. Children also do it sometimes. So we do not fulfill their every demand, but teach them self-control. Okay, self-control is very important. If we keep on fulfilling the demands, every single one that they want, they will not learn to have self-control. They will not learn to be disciplined. Okay? So discipline is very important. Discipline helps the child to follow a certain code of conduct. Also, it is important how the child behaves like. Okay, disciplining the children. Some children, if you are like um, parents are not fulfilling their wants, they would cry until the want is fulfilled. Okay, so if the parents do not discipline, then they will know that, oh, if I will cry, then mom and dad will buy me, and then they will cry all the time, and then make you buy by crying. Okay, you are controlling the child, and child will start controlling you. Okay. So, disciplining the child, teaching them code of conduct starts from an early age, okay, from the time of feeding and toilet training. Toilet training, training the child how to use the toilet, okay, how to wash his hands, okay, how to put water, everything. That also parents have to teach the children, okay, when they grow up. Then discipline helps the child to evolve a personal value system of what is acceptable and what is not. Some things are not acceptable, such as being rude to your family, being rude to other people is unacceptable, right? So saying mean things, being mean is unacceptable to the elders. Okay? So that code of conduct is taught by the parents. Parents parents become role models in order to inculcate good habits in their children. Parents become role models. Okay? Parents, if children see parents, mom is shaking hand and greeting, they'll also shake hand and greet. Okay, dad is greeting cheerfully with a smile, children will learn to greet cheerfully. Okay? Parents generally use any one of three parenting styles while disciplining their child and while interacting with them. We'll talk about parenting styles. Okay, I'll talk about parenting styles. There are three major parenting styles: autocratic disciplining style, democratic disciplining style, and permissive disciplining style. Autocratic disciplining style, where emphasis is laid on restrictions and punishment to follow parents' direction. Children from such families often lack self-confidence, become anxious about social comparisons, and fail to initiate activities. They may have poor communication skills and may become rebellious later in life. Okay? I'll give you examples of each parenting style. Okay? Autocratic style. Whatever you want to do, the parents will say no to it. Okay? If you did something wrong, they will beat you every single time. You will get punished. You will get beaten. You will get restrictions. Okay? Every single thing. Every single time. Major scolding, punishment, restrictions. That is all you will get. Okay? So this is a parenting style that parents do. Okay? And it, if you think there is a little scope that this time maybe mom and dad will not scold that much, this time will better. No, every time it is bad. Okay, bad punishment, scolding, everything. Now this happens. What happens here with this scolding? There is saying hurtful and mean words to the children and all. Okay, what happens that their self confidence becomes very low. It hits rock bottom. Okay, they are very insecure growing up. Why? Because we know that parents are the first teachers, the first ones to tell us, to groom us, okay, to show us our values, to show us who we are, and helping us in understanding things. But these, like in this autocratic disciplining style, you will not get that from the parents. All you'll get is insults. All you'll get is like hurtful words spoken to you. Okay, so that is autocratic disciplining style. They become anxious. Children become anxious. They become insecure. They will not be confident. Okay? Also, they will have poor communication skills because parents and children do not talk openly in autocratic disciplining style. Here, only the parents talk. Okay? Only the parents talk. They like I told you, punish and all, punish the children and all. Okay. Then what sometimes also rebellion comes here. Autocratic disciplining style. Children may rebel. Okay. Some children they grow up, they leave the parents' home. You have treated us like this all these years. Now leave this home. Okay. Even though leaving home may not be the correct solution, but still they leave home, they rebel. Okay. Autocratic disciplining style. Then there comes permissive disciplining style. Parents are totally uninvolved with their children. As a result, the children develop no self control and lack social skills. They are unable to get along with others. Permissive. Permissive, what happens is you are coming to the parent, okay, the with a report card that mom, see, I got first place in class. She'll see, go. Okay, or you're going to the dad with some achievement, they'll they are totally uninvolved in your life, in what's going on, your victories, your ups, your downs. Okay, you're having a problem, they don't care. You are scoring good, you are having achievement, they don't care. That is permissive disciplining style. Okay, when the parents are not involved in what you do, they don't care what you are going through, what's happening in your life. Okay, so the children, they do not develop self-control here. They will lack social skills. Okay, they will have nobody to show them appreciation, love, care, support, and the permissive disciplining style also. Democratic disciplining style. This is the ideal this is the ideal disciplining style, the ideal parenting style. What happens? Children are allowed to be independent but are under control of their parents. Okay, means that parents will give you permissions. Okay, but to a certain point only. Okay, to a certain point only. They will allow you to be independent, but they'll also see you, watch you. Okay, keep a check. Okay, know what's going on in your life. Okay? but they'll also not like give you all those things. They'll also not put full restrictions, but they'll also not give full independence. They'll give you some independence, okay, and then they'll also keep a check how you're doing and everything. Children can express their opinion and present their arguments. Parents are warm, open towards their children. This is their parents are open, parents are frank, okay? Communication takes place well. Children of such parents are socially well adjusted, responsible, and usually self confident. Okay, because this is the ideal parenting style. Children are also confident, children know how to behave in the society, socially adjusted, and responsible. Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Okay, this is autocratic, also known as authoritarian. Okay, parents are like very like dictatorship kind of. Okay, authoritarian, democratic, and then permissive. Okay, three major parenting styles. Now, compare these parenting styles and list their strengths and weaknesses. Which style were you brought up in? How would you like to bring up your children when you become parents and why? Since each child is different, it is important to accept them as they are. It is the family's responsibility to encourage their natural talent and interests. Parents should not impose their own aspirations on their children. So, what democratic styles were you brought up in? What parenting styles were you brought up in?
Democratic mostly. I mean, not permissive or autocratic, that's for sure. So,
Hmm. Yeah. And Megan? Say loudly, Megan.
The disciplining Can you hear me?
I can hear you little bit. There's a lot of echo and disturbance, but can you say again?
Um, Democratic disciplining style. I think
Democratic disciplining style. Me too. Democratic disciplining style. But there is autocratic also, and there is permissive also. I've seen autocratic, permissive, which are like really not ideal for the children to grow up in. Okay. Now, what I want you to do as homework today is compare these and list their strengths and weaknesses. We talked about some of the strengths and weaknesses in class. I want you to still think and write down what can be more strengths and weaknesses of these styles.
okay.
Okay, all the
Also,
three.
ma'am, I
Yes.
wanted to ask about the English half yearly paper.
Mm.
It starts from chapter 14, right? Stealing and atonement.
Feeling and atonement. Yes.
Okay. So I thought that we did the test for the last stonemason, right?
Yes. We did the test
Yeah.
for the last stone myself. After that, all the chapters will be there in the half yearly paper.
Okay.
Okay. Okay then. I'll see you all in English class. Bye.
Bye bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.